Welcome to the Driving the World podcast series. I'm your host, Cully Holland. Today we have Don Congdon, a corporate trainer, and we will be discussing the SEW YouTube page. Hey, Don, thanks for joining me today.
Hi, Cully. Nice to be back.
It's always good to see you here. So today we're going to be talking about the SEW YouTube page. And as some of our listeners, customers, and employees are probably aware, we are a global company. So let's just start at the beginning. Is there a specific SEW YouTube page for the USA?
Yes, there is. And it's very important to go to that one because there are a lot of SEW-EURODRIVE channels on YouTube. The one we want, if you're in the United States, is SEW-EURODRIVE USA.
Perfect. I love it when it's straightforward and it makes sense. We're in the US, we're going to SEW-EURODRIVE USA. So we've navigated to the YouTube page. Hopefully, most of our listeners have seen YouTube or are aware of what it is. But is there any tips or tricks or maybe areas first-time visitors should be aware of or look for?
Yes. First of all, when you go to the YouTube channel, the important thing to realize is that the playlists are really the place you want to go. When you get onto our channel, you'll see the usual things you see on any YouTube channel, complete list of videos. That's just a humongous list of everything. But then there will be a tab called playlists. And we have categorized our material into playlists to make it easy to find what you're looking for.
Fantastic. So first thing we're doing, we're going to the home page. We might watch the intro video, but then to help find and narrow our searches, we're clicking right on that playlist tab. So once I do that, what am I going to see? What am I looking for? What's available for me to watch, learn, or enjoy?
Okay, well, you're going to really see a huge smorgasbord of choices. Our YouTube channel is very rich. We have a lot of playlists with different kinds of content. So let me just summarize what you're going to see and what each of these categories will do for you. First of all, we have classes. Now, you probably know that we offer in-person classes here at our SEW-EURODRIVE facility in Lyman, South Carolina. But for people who can't come here for a class, or for a class that we don't usually offer in person, we have online versions of some of our popular classes. For example, we have our MoVC control cabinet products available, and that's a thorough class that if you do it in person would take 2 days, and we have exactly the same content up there. We have all the lab activities, demonstrations, so if you can't come here for a class, the next best thing is to go there. In addition to that, we have products that are very popular that we don't offer regular classes for. For example, you can take a class in the MoVimot D and its field distributors, or the MoVidrive B, which we still offer occasionally on site, but not very often because that product's kind of starting to do a fade now. So you want to learn about that, you can go on the channel for that. We have the MoVitrack LTE-B Plus and LTP-B products, our introductory VFDs. We also have a class on IPOS programming that was used with our B generation products. People still want to use that. We have courses in that. And then our brand new class that we just put up a few months ago, in Industrial Automation 101, is a nice little intro class to the whole topic of industrial automation, where you learn about all the basic pieces that make it happen. So we've got classes there. That's one of the big things.
I mean, that's amazing. Not to cut you off, I'm sorry, but having those classes and little segments that are digestible for our customers, especially when we know it's hard to come see you and see us in person. Of course, we love face-to-face training. It's really nice to engage with our customers, but having that available where they can do it on their own time and break it up over a week or 2 weeks, I think that's amazing. And that really does sound like a good, large selection of classes that are available.
Yes.
So we have classes, and then what else are we going to be able to see in our playlist?
Okay, well, there's a lot of other things there. First of all, this podcast is there. If you go on there, there's a playlist for our podcast. And by the way, we're approaching 100 episodes. By the end of the year, we're probably going to hit it. So there's a lot of content there. As you know, this podcast has all sorts of topics, and we've had a lot of different guests here. So everything that you've ever heard on Driving the World is available there. So that's another thing to go to. And then if you don't want to take a full class, on something. You just want to learn how to do one specific thing. After all, that's what YouTube's for. We use it for everything in our lives now to find out how to do everything. We have what are called our how-to videos, and we have two categories. One's called gear motors, and that talks about kind of the mechanical issues you might care about. And then there's electronics how-to. That's a big collection of little short videos that show you how to do a wide variety of things with the electronics products. So you need that quick answer, those are a good place to go.
I like that. So we have the full course, a few full playlist of a class, step by step, labs and instructions. But then we can also break it up. And as you mentioned, this podcast has a very wide variety of topics that have been covered. So feel free to scroll through all the titles and see if anything helps you. And the how-to videos, I know I have referenced, and they are quintessential YouTube. How do I do this one specific thing? Oh, look at this. Here's a video telling me. Now I know. So it seems like we really have a nice selection of playlists here. Um, I mean, I know our YouTube page, but I would love it if more people took a look at it and really dove into it because there's a ton of useful information. Is there anything else that we want to talk about, maybe in the playlist or just in general on our YouTube page?
Yeah, two other things, and then I think that'll pretty much cover it. First of all, under the playlist, there are also some industry-specific playlists that talk about different motion industries and how SEW's products fit into those. So those are a good place to visit as well. And then finally, when you're on that home page, you'll see the title of the channel, and there's a little more button. If you click that, it will give you links to all our SEW-EURODRIVE USA social media sites. So if you need to access those things, you can't remember where to go, well, the links are right there.
That is fantastic. And we encourage everyone to follow us on the social medias. We're trying to share helpful, useful, digestible clips. And before we go, I'm going to share one little tip and trick that I use on our YouTube page. Don has told us we go to the playlist and we have all these trainings and classes. If you want to share that with a colleague, a friend, or another customer, just be sure to click that View Full Playlist button at the bottom. And instead of playing the first video automatically, it will take you to the entire table of contents. And then that link you can copy and paste and share pretty easily.
Sounds good.
Well, Don, thank you so much for your time. Look forward to seeing you again soon. I hope you have a great day.
Hey, thank you, Kelly. You too.